Jar could have raped you, and that's probably what he was trying to, like, that was probably his dream, his end goal.
I think that's the simplest way to explain why people believe Jar is a sex pest.
Jar begins by making it clear his intentions are to talk about the current drama. Mally is not very receptive to that. However, when she refuses a VC, Jar makes the very sensible move of suggesting they meet up for drinks and then possibly going to his hotel room. He does phrase this as a joke, but it is incredibly sexually aggressive nonetheless. After this, a few days would pass, and Jar's pleas for meeting up become even more desperate, at one point saying he wouldn't threaten or berate her for not getting in a VC with him.
What's going on, everybody? It's Kmplxity with a lasting opinion. Today we are checking out Vincent Martin, who decided it would be a good idea to die on the hill of defending JustARobot. Now, I've seen some of this video, I've seen it in other areas, but I mean, Jesus Christ, I had to make a video on it on my own because, as you know, if you're a longtime viewer, we've covered JustARobot and the controversy there and how he decided it would be a good idea to cover for a groomer by the name of CineBear03 and the little CineBear defense squad that he was a part of. So let's get right into the video.
Our future begins.
It seems like JustARobot got screwed from all angles by trying to...
No. Off the back, he's already wrong. JustARobot got screwed by himself. That's it. And nobody else really screwed him over. Nobody else steered him astray. You know, he screwed himself over.
cover the CineBear03 drama.
How do you have drama in quotations? The bitch literally tried grooming like a 14-year-old when she was in her 20s or so. Like, holy shit. All right, this is gonna be a difficult one.
So let me go over the elements of this drama that a lot of people have overlooked. First, a quick recap. It all started with Jar making a horrible video defending another YouTuber named CineBear03, Cine for short, from grooming allegations from her roommate, another YouTuber named Birdie. Now
who is it worse than CineBear? Let's just be realistic. Birdie, if you guys don't know, Birdie tried to rape a ferret. So yeah. And now the ferret's dead. So yeah.
Couldn't tell this from
the entire art commentary community just needs to be nuked off of YouTube. Completely drop the bomb, boom, bop, goodbye. Like, it's just, there is like 1 in every 100 ACC person is normal.
Looking at Jar's channel, given the video wasn't even up for 48 hours. Jar was asked by many why he decided to reach out to Sydney, and Jar cites a interaction he had with that creepy reading, which seems to check out.
Now, I personally don't believe you have to interview every single person you make a video on, but I got shit from that creepy reading for not interviewing Dav.
Why Jar thought he would apply to this is something I don't even want to attempt to ask him. That's really...
Well, if you're not gonna attempt to ask him that, that's retarded. Listen, at the end of the day, CineBear was the biggest creator out of all of these little losers who were defending her. They all wanted to ride her coattails. They all wanted those hundreds of thousands of freaking subscribers viewing their channel as well. JustARobot started off making a video that was against CineBear, that was calling out CineBear, but he wanted to be on what he believed was going to be the winning side of this conflict. So he scrapped that video and made a new video defending her.
Something I personally think he should have addressed in responding with receipts instead of half the crap he did. But I bring it up because that, along with another element that caught my interest within the video, probably played a bigger factor, but maybe he could have worked that in also.
And I believe that Cine was gaslit into doing that by her roommate who goes by it pronouns. When I saw Kumo coming to the same conclusions about Cine that I came to, along with witnessing him beating a few people in debates about it.
So what I did
Okay, yeah, that's the other thing. He thought that this retard, Kumo, who had like, what, 10,000 subscribers or some shit like that. Now, you have to remember, freaking JustARobot has like 200,000 plus subscribers, and he thought that some glub shitto nobody retard autist by the name of Kumo was winning these debates, okay? He wasn't winning debates. He was retarded arguing with other retards, okay? It's pretty easy to win a debate when your only competition is somebody who doesn't have two brain cells to rub together. That entire freaking Cinebear defense squad was all was all on their last brain cell.
Ask him in DMs is in your video responding with the receipts. You talked about seeing Kumo.
I still might have some questions for you while you work on the script, like in your video response with receipts. You talk about seeing Kumo beating some people in debates about it. Do you remember when and where these debates took place? JustARobot responds by, it was in his comments. So it wasn't even video debates. He was reading comments and thought, oh man, this freaking Kumo was right. Holy shit. I think he was also in a stream with a few people that started becoming more empathetic to Cine. Yeah, they started becoming more empathetic because they're all fucking retards, okay? They're all ACC fucking gremlins. It has nothing to do with Kumo being right. It has everything to do with them not wanting to go up against a big creator.
Beat some people in debates about it. Do you remember where these debates took place? Jar answered back,
it was in his comments.
You can't even read it. You have to do AI. Oh my God. This is the quality of where commentary is today.
I think he was also in a stream with a few people that started becoming more empathetic to Shinny.
since Kumo
To Shinny.
deleted his channel. Not a surprise to me, because let's just say I talked to him.
I know you have your issues with me, but I don't take that shit personally. I just noticed this and thought I'll share it. Good luck, old man. Kumo's fun, the anecdotals, dumb information. So here's the other thing you have to remember about Kumo, okay? Kumo also was trying to copyright strike people who were using his profile picture in their thumbnails, okay? He's a spurg. He's an absolute fucking idiotic, retarded person. It's a good thing that he's no longer on here, and it should even show you more of a reason as to how Jar was wrong. If he truly thought that Kumo was winning these debates, and then Kumo deletes his fucking channel off of YouTube because of all the backlash he was getting for all the bullshit he was doing, doesn't that show you that, oh, maybe JustARobot's a little retarded for following somebody who was so easily taken out of the YouTube algorithm for all of his terrible takes?
A while ago, before this whole shit show went down. And I thought I was smart of him when he claimed he was leaving commentary on one of his streams quite a while ago. Clearly that didn't happen, and it probably would have been smarter for him to get out of commentary. Despite that, I managed to find a sample of one of those debates on ChudLogic's second channel.
We're talking about fucking girl talk here. We're talking about these two were gooning over
Girl talk, dude?
Yeah, dude, they're sitting here they're sitting here fucking
talking about?
Oh my god. They were frothing
Christ,
at the they were
you sound
frothing
retarded right now.
All right, okay, you're retarded. So you're going to listen to me speak, okay?
I feel like this is kind of how he presented it when we spoke even.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
But then, wait a second. Hold on.
Video today?
Hold on a second. When did this come out? 24th of September.
The important thing I want to take away from this is the date, which is September.
Okay, listen. The dates only matter if you're talking about stuff that came out prior to all of the information that had come out. You have to also remember that Kumo and Romantic Goblin and JustARobot had more information about the Cinebear shit going on prior to all of this shit coming out, okay? Not only that, but he doesn't even touch on the fact that the dude's like, oh, it's just girl talk. It's just girl talk. I might be a man, okay? I might be a man, but that does not mean that I don't know how some females talk. And last I checked, 20-something-year-olds sending rape porn to like 14-year-olds isn't girl talk, okay? This isn't girl talk. Like, this isn't some rocker loom. This isn't some locker room bullshit talk. This is straight up fucking grooming. And you don't even hit that nail.
September 24th. These seem to be the factors that led Jar to getting into contact with Cine directly via DM.
Just a robot. Hello, are you up for having us? I can't. I'm at work right now. Understood. I'm available for text right now, but don't get home for another 3 hours. I can't wait for them. Would you like me to question I'll be asking? Yeah. See, here's the other thing too. You literally see this. Would you like me to list out the questions I'll be asking you to? You want to list out the questions and have me answer on call / confused. Just a robot says, I'll give you a list of questions in text that I'll be asking in the call so you can get ready with answers for when I ask them. He was literally setting her up to already know what the questions were so she could have the prepared fucking PR response to them. You don't do that to somebody you're interviewing, especially on grooming allegations. And at this point, right here where Jar is interviewing Cinebear, they're not even allegations because Cinebear came out with a video saying she did it. The entire thing happened. She came out with a video, said that she groomed this person in her Discord, that she should Cinebear even said, I made a mental note to not do this again, to like not talk to kids again. Like, you can't, you're leaving out so much fucking information. You're leaving out, we're only 3 minutes into this video, 3 minutes into this video, and you're already using just like, you're skipping over so much context in this fucking, oh my God. The reason I'm so annoyed with this is because we literally have hours worth of coverage for this shit. We have the original video, the first defense video, the freaking, the phone calls that came out. Like, oh my God, Vincent, you didn't follow this. You either watched everything and you were just like, nah, I'm going to do what Jar did and defend him. Like, oh, I cannot, or you don't know, like you didn't follow this drama the way you should have.
Which happened on September 28, 2024. The timeline gets complex from here, so
no, it does not.
I'm going to skip ahead to where Kumo gets a hold of Jar's second draft, where
oh yes, let's just completely skip all the defense and all the bullshit that they were doing to defend Cinebear, all the lies they were telling, all the arguments of, oh, it's just girl talk, you know, rape porn, sending rape porn to a 14-year-old or whatever the fuck age this person was. It was between 13 and 15, I remember that much. And it's just, yeah, let's just skip over all of that.
Kumo uploads it to his channel, which causes Jar to panic upload his video in.
No. It did not cause him to panic upload. He chose to do that. It wasn't like, yes, it was the cause for him to do it, but he did not have to. He could have very easily put out a video saying, hey guys, that's a rough draft. You know, I'm looking further into this. You know, I'm going to put out the finished product once I'm actually done with it. He didn't have to panic upload anything. Not only that, but Jar somewhat blames his freaking roommate by saying, oh, I was wanting my roommate to take a look at this, but you know, he's on vacation. Brother, if you need somebody else to watch your video before you upload it, you should not be in the commentary space. If you yourself cannot watch your video, look at the content and go, that is a video I should upload on your own. You need to not be making content unless it's something super controversial. And grooming isn't super controversial. It's very cut and dry. If you do it, wood chipper. Done deal.
In a rush. A bad move on Jar's part that leads to the failure cascade that follows. Now, most people know about.
Yeah, I'm going to just stop you right there. The failure was him making a video defending her.
About Jar's horrible appearance on Chud Logic's stream, but here's a quick recap for those who are uninformed. It was suggested to Jar that he should send his video on Cinebear by Cine to Chud Logic for Chud Logic to review. And Chud agreed to watch the video and gave his thoughts on it. Then right after that, someone leaks Jar's DMs to Sydney to Chud Logic on that.
Okay. Listen to what he just said. Okay. I'm not even the whole allegedly that Cinebear talked him into sending it to Jar is 100% false anyways, but listen to what he just said.
And Chud agreed to watch the video and gave his thoughts on it. Then right after that, someone leaks Jar's DMs to Sydney to Chud Logic.
Someone leaks Jar's DMs to Cine. Well, in those DMs, there's only JustARobot and City Bear. So if JustARobot didn't do it, who the fuck do you think did? Like, who the fuck do you think did? Oh my god. And he's completely also leaving out the fact that Cine Bear got in, if I'm not mistaken, it was Cine Bear who logged into Birdie's account in an effort to try and get dirt on Birdie, because that's what the whole Cine Bear defense squad wanted. They wanted dirt on Birdie because Kumo's entire angle here was to buddy and ride the dick of Cine Bear in an effort to go after and cancel Birdie, which 100% Birdie needs cancel like wood chipper. But we're talking about somebody, again, for the loosest term possible here, hacking into Cine Bear's Discord and shit, or into Birdie's Discord and shit, in an effort to get more dirt on Birdie, so that way they could put it out there and deflect blame, deflect attention from Cine Bear.
On that very same stream, and Chud started reading them, that's when we get this moment.
Yes, here we go. This is between Cine Bear and JustARobot. Ooh, I remember liking his stream, JustARobot. I think with his help, along with a recorded call on Jack, everything should go smoothly. I hope my call doesn't sound stupid as fuck. So here, he doesn't even look at the entire freaking leaked conversation between the two of them. They literally were sending the video to Chud because Chud does rape review, not to be confused with ultimate rape review. They thought Chud would look at this and laugh it off because they believed that that's just what rape review was to look at any sort of, you know, sexual misconduct in some way and laugh it off. But what they didn't know is that that has nothing to do with it. It's not that they look at these types of things and just laugh at it. They look at it and laugh at it if it makes zero sense. JustARobot and gang thought that Chud Logic would sweep for them on his platform because it was some sort of sexual misconduct on YouTube. They didn't understand what rape review actually did or does.
Watched, it seems, where you can see Chud smile.
And not only this is JustARobot right here saying, I think with his help, along with a recorded call on Jack, everything should go smoothly. Remember how he just said it was suggested to him by Cine Bear allegedly? Well, here in this freaking DM, you can see JustARobot saying he's the one thinking that with Chud's help. So it was also just, they all thought that freaking Chud would sweep for this.
A bit before exploding into apparent rage because...
And the other thing too, he doesn't show the DMs in their entirety right here. We could see these. You could go back and look at Chud Logic's stream, and how it reads is we should send this video to Chud to review so he could laugh it off. And him being a big name in the YouTube sphere, in the commentary sphere, if he laughs it off, then more people will laugh it off. But that's not how it went down.
Chud smiled a bit before exploding into apparent rage because he's making it out like Jar's trying to use him here.
Because he was trying to use him. Okay, right here, it says, thanks, I'll add him tomorrow and I'll try to get some recorded calls with him. Cine Bear says, okie dokie. So JustARobot saying, I will add Chud. Then he turns around and says, full video came out to be over an hour and 30 minutes long. Awesome. I love long form content. JustARobot says, I'm also going to try and reach out to Chud Logic. He's literally right here saying that JustARobot is the person. He is saying himself, I will reach out to him. So it wasn't Cine Bear. It wasn't Cine Bear who gave him the idea. JustARobot is saying he will also try and reach out to Chud Logic, which means it has yet to be said to him. Dude, how? We're 4 minutes in and so much everything, so far every little portion of this has been wrong. Jesus Christ.
Okay, dude. Also, I'm going to try and reach out to Chud Logic. Ooh, I remember liking his stream. I think with his help, along with a recording... You little fucking bitch! You little...
So not only do you show freaking DM evidence that you're wrong, you also show Chud Logic putting the two things together.
Wretch! Is that what you thought, was it? Is that what you thought? You thought you could piss on my boots and tell me it's raining? Well, tough fucking shit, bro. Unlucky. What fucking planet do you think you're on? That you can use my platform like that? You think I wasn't gonna fucking notice? You fucking retard. You little autistic freak. Holy fuck, dude, I'm furious. I'm fucking furious, bro. Who does this guy think he is? He thinks he can fucking launder his shitty video past me without noticing and be put out on my channel to my fucking viewers.
After that, for some reason, Jar decides to go on the Chud Logic stream.
Not for some reason, he went on there to try and lie his way out of this. Oh, Vincent, you fucking moron. Oh, this is what happens when somebody who's a small creator thinks, oh, he survived this drama, therefore he must be in the right, or he must not have been that wrong. No, listen, you are only as canceled as your last good video. You are only as canceled as you want to be, okay? If some drama happens, of course, depending on the drama, but if you make a bad video, you have a bad take, you defend the wrong person, you can survive that. There's nothing, you can survive that. Let's just be realistic here. It's not like Jar was the one doing the grooming, okay? So you can survive having a bad take, and that's all you have to do is just do what Mudahar does. You just move on. You just keep moving forward. You're only as canceled as your last good video.
Where they milk him for content. This all happens on October 13th, 2024. At this point in time, let me switch over to the one recorded session I did with Jar, going over the next sort of event in this drama. Here.
I don't think you've done the same thing here. I'm more, again, in the same way that Jar's like, oh, people are going to say he's the next Coyote, which I am going to start saying, by the way, because he has done exactly what Coyote tried to do.
So he's saying you're doing exactly what Coyote's doing. I find this a little bit insane.
Yeah, Coyote was like talking very sexually, extremely sexually, making advances towards Sappho, and also being like, hey, let's move into, they were like planning to move in together, and they met through I believe Zarkarlo, Coyote's roommate. I did not do exactly what Coyote did. Like, I had no plans to meet up with her IRL. I had no plans. I didn't goon with her. I didn't share any porn with her. I didn't hire someone to draw Cindy doing stuff to a 14-year-old. Like,
no, but you did hire somebody to make freaking fart porn of Jaden Animations, even though you knew that Jaden Animations publicly came out and asked people not to create, freaking not to create porn of her. You knew that. Now, again, she's a public figure, so there's only so much you can really do. You can be upset over it, but the internet's going to do what the internet's going to do. The problem is that Jar knew that Jaden Animations did not like this, and he still asked somebody to create that type of, freaking porn for him. And I'm pretty sure the person he asked was like 17, which there's controversy on whether or not he knew the person was 17 when he asked for this or whatever. It's one of those things where it's kind of like, it wasn't like, oh, you're 17, can you draw me porn? It was more so, hey, can you draw me this porn? And then it was like years later or like months later, it's like, oh, by the way, I was 17 when you asked me to do that. So it's not that huge of a thing. There is controversy on whether or not he found out in a Discord call, but I don't remember if that Discord call was recorded or not. But the person did come out and try to like dogpile onto JustARobot. Nobody really cared too much about that portion. It was the fact that he was making Jaden animation fart porn. God. Oh my God, Vincent, you're retarded. You why wouldn't you call him out on this?
Like Coyote did. The 14-year-old Sona, to be more precise, not as bad.
But you were trying to meet up with that one chick at freaking VidCon, and you were like, oh, come back to my room, we can hang out. And she's like, no, I don't really want to. And then you were like, oh, well, maybe we can hang out on the floor. And she's like, no, I don't think so. And he's like, oh, well, come on, no, hang out with me. And then he was like, oh, hey, why don't we like get a drink or something? She's like, oh, I already left VidCon. He's like, oh yeah, me too. It's like, bro, he is a sex pest. He's a fucking sex pest, and you don't question him on any of this? At least not that you're showing.
Okay.
but still pretty bad. Sorry for shouting there.
No, I'm just getting your... Did you even watch this before you decided to go on? Did you know about this live stream of Beckett here?
No, not at all. Like, you need to understand, there's like a billion trillion live streams going on at any given time. There's just like, I'm gonna be real here, who the fuck watches live streams?
Hundreds of thousands, millions of people watch live streams. Millions.
There's an audience for it. Usually they have a parasocial relationship with the content creator they watch, typically.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, it's generally the core audience, and that's who Beckett seems to be catering to. And I'm just saying, I don't know why the fuck, after listening to this, I would have checked what Beckett had to say to Kumo. You gotta love the little live stream rant.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's your whole defense. I asked Jar if he thought he was like the Fox dude or the Wolf guy, whatever the fuck his name is. And he said no. So guys, case closed, case closed. Jar is not like the Wolf dude. He's not like him. I asked him and he said he isn't. So it's all over. We're all good.
Jar threw in there. In case you missed it, my point is that the interview Beckett did with him, the Jar Call, was on October 17th, 2024. The stream I had Jar watch with me, Copecast, JustARobot Saves Cine with Kumo, is from October 13th, 2024.
I don't think my position's particularly changed on this stuff. I understand where you're coming from, and I don't want to see you get unfairly lumped in with things like the shit Jar is doing.
Like that, for example.
Yeah, he was calling...
Okay, but you don't even add in the fact that Beckett has come forward, right, and said he was wrong for giving so much leeway, so much trust into Kumo. You don't even add the part that Beckett came forward and said, yeah, listen, I'm going to take the L on this. I was retarded. I shouldn't have been so defensive of Kumo, or I shouldn't have laid the groundwork for a defense of Kumo. Add that part in. Add that part in. If you're going to have here Kumo and freaking Beckett talking together, and you know, obviously this is a massive L on Beckett's part, because Kumo was like the spearhead of the Cine Bear Groomer Defense Force. Okay, he took his L. He said he was in the wrong. He said he messed up. He said he shouldn't have given so much grace to Kumo. Add that in. Add that in. Because that's important. You're doing this entire freaking thing, and I'm like, bro, no. 100% add that bitch in. Jesus Christ.
Cine's sweetheart. Now, I want to make this clear. I don't think, like, while I do think it's possible that Kumo was trying to do something with Cine, especially because of the fact he was acting like a jealous boyfriend the whole time, I don't believe he had any intentions until I found out that apparently Kumo's girlfriend, this is just a rumor I heard Kumo's girlfriend lives in the UK. So I'm like, if Kumo sounds American, so I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he wanted to use Cine thing as a whataboutism. Again.
What? What does that have to do with anything? What does his girlfriend possibly going to another school have to do with anything?
Do something with Cine, especially because of the fact he was acting like a jealous boyfriend the whole time.
They both were. Vincent, why didn't you call him out on this? They both were acting like jealous boyfriends.
I don't believe he had any intentions until I found out that apparently Kumo's girlfriend, this is just a rumor I heard Kumo's girlfriend lives in the UK. So I'm like,
Yeah, and Jar's girlfriend lives in the United States with him. So what's your point? Oh, his girlfriend lives over there, so obviously he's trying to get after Cine, who lives here. Bro, you were defending Cine, even though you supposedly have a girlfriend of your own that you can see and touch, and yet you are still trying to have sleepy time calls with Cine Bear, even though Jar claims to have a girlfriend. That's more of an issue. Kumo defending Cine Bear, even though his girlfriend is in the UK, is not nearly as bad as Jar having a girlfriend here in the United States and still trying to have sleepy time calls with a self-admitted groomer. Vincent, you are a terrible commentary person. You are terrible at this. You don't, oh my God. This video just goes to show that you can never trust anything Vincent says. He should not get any more support. He shouldn't be getting any freaking subscribers. He is a fucking basket case retard. This dude does not know how to conduct a legitimate interview. He's giving zero pushback. He's not bringing up anything that Jar did that is in contrast to the comments that he's making. He's just letting him say whatever he wants to say. And Jar's already been proven to be the type of person like Mudahar to just say something in the moment in an effort to cover his ass, but he doesn't think long term. So therefore, he says something in the moment to cover his ass, which is then can be later contradicted by other statements or actions that he did.
If Kumo sounds American, so I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he wanted to use Cine thing as a whataboutism. Again, Jar went off on an interesting direction with this. So what I was trying to talk about with this whataboutism line from Kumo is me referring to this.
But I was very clear. I was talking about the discourse around you so that I could cover so I could start a different discourse and have a different discussion without a fucking constant whataboutism. That's why.
If I'm understanding this rant from Kumo correctly, it seems to be him saying that he was doing all this stuff for Sydney Bear so he could talk about Birdie without people saying, what about Sydney Bear? You didn't cover that, or something like that.
Yes, Kumo was defending Cine Bear in an effort to get Cine Bear on his side and Cine Bear's audience on his side to go after Birdie. Which means that Cine Bear was the retard here. Kumo was trying to be the freaking marionette. He hated Birdie and was using Cine Bear to go after Birdie. That has nothing to do with Jar. Jar, of his own freaking will, decided to defend a self-admitted groomer. You cannot blame Kumo for this. Kumo is a retard in his own right. But JustARobot had the audacity to make a defense video, 3 different versions of a video, put it out there, defend this groomer, and then when he caught flack for it, he went freaking radio silent and started telling all these different lies, which we later found out were lies because of all the freaking DMs and shit that got leaked and all the calls that ended up getting leaked.
Frankly, I think this is bullshit logic coming from him, but maybe they would have tried to do that.
It's not bullshit logic. It's very simple. Kumo hates Birdie. So he decided to defend Cine Bear in an effort to get Cine Bear to find dirt on Birdie to go after Birdie and obfuscate the attention from Cine Bear. So that way he would have a large creator with over 200,000 subscribers owing him a favor. And he even says it like, oh, we could get you, it's not the end of your career. And this isn't verbatim, but Kumo even says it to Cine Bear, like, this isn't the end of your career. You can come out of this. You can win this, blah, blah, blah. Blah blah.
Jar have to bring Coyote up. Why did he shoot himself like that? I was annoyed because that was my take, and then Jar said it first on JustARobot because I was sat there going, I could type in that this is like Coyote, and I think I actually DM'd Chud and was like, "Can you push on the Coyote stuff? I'm fascinated because I'm a cunt."
Yeah, I think it's because Coyote is the fucking internet Voldemort name in his community, and he's like, listen. I'm not bad.
Well, I mean, Coyote
instead is I'm not Coyote.
He literally did the Coyote thing. That is literally what
you literally did the Coyote thing. Did you know that, Jar? It seems a little bit weird to me.
Okay, I'm more concerned with what Kumo said. Oh, he treats him like Voldemort. It's like, okay, do you not know what Voldemort is? He's the guy who should not. He who must not be named. I literally named him.
Oh my God, you autistic fuck. It has nothing to do with it. It's the fact that he's the bad guy. He's the bad guy. That's the whole portion. That's the whole point. Voldemort is the bad guy over fucking 8 or 9 goddamn movies, okay? And 10 different books and shit, okay? That's the whole point. They're saying you are the leader of this fucking gaggle fuck of retards, which of course you weren't. You were just the biggest out of them all. It has nothing to do with you not naming it. Oh my God, Jar.
Yeah. That's the opposite of the Voldemort thing. But
I do think this was stupid to do with Chud. It really was fucking stupid. It gave them ammo for this narrative of them that they keep on repeating. And frankly, I gotta at least berate you a little bit for not doing research and like, okay, this guy.
Okay, Vincent, you are not the person to be raking anyone over the coals about not doing research with this dog shit video.
Wants to talk to me. Let's see what he's talking about. Okay, that's all.
You need to understand. Lio gave me, like, every time I listened to Lio back in the day, it went well for me. Like, if I did what Lio said, everything kind of worked itself out.
Yeah.
Another reason why you shouldn't be a commentary person. If you need to be given directions from somebody else, you should not be a commentary creator.
But those were times when Lio had my best interest at heart. This time he didn't. To Lio, I was his ticket back to the top.
I wouldn't even say the top, man. I wouldn't even say the top.
Okay, ticket to like almost 90% of the to where he used to be.
What I was trying to talk to.
I mean, Lio did release the full unedited call that was sent to him by Jar. And yes, Lio did use the whole Jar situation in an effort to come back a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, yes, there's something wrong with that. Let me rephrase. There's something wrong with you trying to throw somebody else under the bus, or to not under the bus, but to dogpile on them, right? It's a little bad. But when it comes to the Jar Cine Bear Defense Groomer Force, I don't really give a shit that Lio decided to throw to dogpile on JustARobot in an effort to go ahead and come back a little bit, because JustARobot deserved to be dogpiled on. Fuck him. Who cares?
Jar about here was him going on Judd Logic. But the reason Jar talked to Beckett was because of Leo Convoy, who had a part in Beckett's video on Jar. So I can definitely say this smells of a setup. Even
No. What you're smelling is the Jaden animation fart porn. That's what you're smelling. This isn't a setup. Jar has his own faculties. He has the ability to not say anything, make his own video, and go from there, okay? This has nothing, he's not forced to go on these live streams. He's not forced to talk to these people. He could have made his own video response, which he did, in an effort to go ahead and quell what was going on. Jar's problem is that he talked out of his ass. He tried to defend himself. He lied about things in an effort to obfuscate his intentions and his level of involvement in all of this, what he knew, what he didn't know. He lied about not having read, the two documents, which he completely read the two documents and recorded himself reading the two documents with the rape porn in there, and then said that there was absolutely nothing bad in there. And then he downplayed the extreme rape porn that Cine Bear sent to a fucking 14-year-old and called it, what did he say? He said it was like softcore porn. Dude, Vincent, you know nothing.
after listening to the call between the two, Jar and Leo, because of course Leo uploaded it, and he freaking called Beckett Bear.
Other people came to me asking, and I didn't get involved. Other than
Who's
a couple...
Beckett?
Beckett runs a podcast called the Kmplxity Podcast, and he's one person.
I know. Okay, now I know who did that.
You need to talk to him because he's going to be fair to you.
Also, he wanted Jar to talk to Kumo.
Another person you need to talk to, and you're going to hate this, Jar. You're really going to hate this. You need to talk to Kumo. If for no other reason than to at least give him your side of some things that are coming.
I meant maybe this wasn't a setup. Maybe Leo is just a really, really bad judge of character. Or,
I mean, yes, Leo Convoy's a Spurg as well. They're all bad judges of character, but they all are fucking retarded Spurg freaks who all hang out together. What Jar should have done is just continued on with his anti-Cine Bear video and not been swayed by anybody else. Listen, if reading somebody debate people in comments in a couple of live streams will make you change your complete belief on how bad of a human is, you have no freaking morals. Okay, yes, if you research and you start to see certain things not adding up and it changes your perspective on shit, totally understandable. But I in no way, shape, or form see this being like some, oh my God, I did all this research. No, he thought he was going to be on the winning side. And Leo Convoy, I look, we got the call from him, so I'm okay with that. But other than that, the dude's a fucking weirdo.
Or a complete idiot. Still, I'm betting on the setup side of things because of hindsight. And I would say that discussion between the two fits very well into Beckett's Freak retrospective, the Just a Robot files, but it really doesn't.
So I, unfortunately, had the displeasure of going through your Susie video today, because I hadn't beforehand. Because I've had people tell me it was in there, and I wanted to make sure I knew. So I'm going to tell you what I saw in that video, Jar. I saw you dancing on the grave of somebody who, with the exception of voicing in a video, which you and her resolved between yourselves, dancing on the grave of somebody who'd been nothing but kind.
Like, what does Leo's thoughts about Jar has to do with anything, man? Also the same.
It doesn't. It had absolutely nothing to do with anything. Nobody really cares what Leo's freaking thoughts on JustARobot was. It didn't influence any of the actual shit that was wrong. Nobody went ahead and went, wow, here's JustARobot defending a self-proclaimed groomer. I wonder what Leo Convoy thinks. Let me go watch Leo Convoy's video so that way I can get the appropriate opinion. Nobody did that.
Same with Toastify. Is this something?
Okay, don't go after Toastify. Okay, Toastify does amazing videos and does actual research. You don't want it with Toasty.
Thing to promote these people, or are they trying to give some credibility to Beckett? I'm not going to be soy and say Jar is racist or sexual predator or anything like that, but here are all the things people need to make those claims about him.
The risk of making Jar sound dangerously based, let's just say the racism accusations are more than just doing some voices. Now, while I don't personally care, I think that there is more than enough here that if you wanted to make that accusation, it is a reasonable one to make.
Can't be sure. My bet is on a little bit of both. But let me get back into the...
I'm going to be honest. I don't think Jar is a racist. I think he's just an autistic idiot who went ahead and decided, oh, here's all this woke shit. I'm going to be anti-woke. And he just, he red-pilled it up in an effort to get more people to watch him. I don't think he's a racist. I think he's a clown. I think he's a clout chaser. I think he's somebody who saw that being against something that most people hate, which is wokeness, was going to get him more views. So he just did a whole bunch of he did a bunch of cringy ass shit. Some of it was funny, some of it not so much. It was all an effort to get views.
This mess, this narrative that Jar had a thing for Cindy seems completely ridiculous. And
he wanted sleepy time calls with a self-admitted groomer. And you're trying to tell me that he did not have a thing for this freak. Okay, you fucking moron, you absolute fucking dunce. Jar even himself said he can't have normal jobs because of the way he interacts with women. He has a problem. He's a sex pest. He has a fucking problem.
Applies better to Kumo. I mean, they can say, oh, we can only see Jar doing it with females. Well, fucking open your eyes, you fucking morons. You're trying to make big claims about someone. Yeah, just the cowardly nature of this just annoys me to the degree. If you're gonna try to cancel someone, don't be a bitch about it.
I have only seen him interact with women.
Yes, it's stupid humor, but it's consistent across the board. Male.
No, it is not. There are no DMs of JustARobot from what I have seen throughout all of this of him hassling a man to come back to his room, to come back to his hotel room at VidCon. There are none of that. There's no evidence that I've seen of JustARobot desperately trying to hang out with dudes in real life. But there are DMs of him desperately trying to hang out with a female at VidCon in real life. Somebody who multiple times said that she did not want to hang out with him. She did not want to be around him. She did not want to talk to him. And she didn't want him to be constantly DMing her. Show me DMs of JustARobot trying to invite a dude back to his hotel room multiple times, and I will grant you that he does it across the board. Until then, Vincent, you are fucking wrong, and you seem like the type of person who would not take no for an answer.
Female. Maybe Jar's a closeted bisexual, but I sort of doubt it. And you can't judge him for
He's like, I sort of doubt it. You know, I tried getting Jar in bed and he just wouldn't go for it, you know? He didn't want the sleepy time calls with me, so obviously he's not gay. Obviously he doesn't like Nick. Vincent, it's okay. Daddy Jar doesn't like you. Maybe if you tee it up, he might start trying to get those sleepy calls with you.
that if you want. It is weird. Same with the sleepy time call things. But if Jar is lying with this, he's really fucking committed to that fucking lie. And even if it's weird, it's an even weirder narrative that Beckett and his friends really wanted to push. Because
it's not a narrative. Jar himself said and has been exposed to be a fucking weirdo with women, constantly hassling them, constantly trying to get sleepy time calls, constantly doing these, you know, LOL JK unless type of jokes. Oh, you want to see my cock? And then when they respond with what? Ew, no, he sends a picture of a rooster. Okay, this is freaking wannabe fuckboy tactics 101.
they don't have actual proof that Jar has done anything. Well,
yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have his own fucking words.
Really, besides tell bad jokes with people he shouldn't have. Because when I asked Jar what he considers himself, not that I'm a big fan of self-ID, but you want to get the grasp of this. He told me he considers himself anti-woke, and most of the ACC are lightly progressive at best. And some of the more woke side of that group try to downplay it.
Another black creator.
There's absolutely no fucking way Vincent's trying to say that Jar got canceled because he's anti-woke. Oh, there's no fucking way. Hold on, let's go over that one more time.
Ask Jar what he considers himself. Not that I'm a big fan of self-ID, but you want to get the grasp of this. He told me he considers himself anti-woke, and most of the ACC are lightly progressive at best. And some of the more woke side of that group try to downplay it.
Another black creator, Thuman.
It doesn't matter that he's anti-woke. He didn't get canceled because he's anti-woke. And he's like the most... He's the freaking the most lightest version of anti-woke. He's not like red pill to the max, okay? All he does is make jokey racist shit. That's not anti-woke. It's just simply somebody being a little cringy, a little combative. That's it. But he wasn't canceled because he was anti-woke. He was canceled because he lied and defended a self-admitted groomer.
Stepped in to lend support to Omnia and Zay as she felt the two were being unfairly treated by the community. And then Jar appeared with a video collaboration with two other creators, so he could also criticize Omnia and Zay. That video he made was dog shit. I would know. I made a video on it at the time. I would link to that video so everyone could go watch it, but it's been private for a long while now. 3 years at this point. Now I want to be clear about the contents of that video real quick. That is a woke-ass video that was made during a woke-ass time because I am a woke-ass bitch, and I'm fully aware that the political climate has drifted away from where it was when I made it.
But it seems bullshit.
Okay, so because one person who's a self-proclaimed woke-ass bitch, that means that every single person who went after Jar is woke? No. Chud Logic. You really think Chud Logic, Beckett of Krabs, myself, like you really think all of us are woke people, so therefore we decided to freaking go after him? No. People went after him because he's retarded and he lied about everything.
Shit to me, because you don't hide something and try to rewrite it if you're not embarrassed by it. There are exceptions to that.
Oh, I agree with you. You don't try and hide something and rewrite it if you're not embarrassed by it. The same way that Jar hid and rewrote his Cine Bear freaking interview, right? He cut a lot of shit out, which would implicate him as having a thing for Cine Bear. When the first interview dropped, everybody everybody was like, okay, he absolutely most likely has a thing for Cindy Bear. Then Leo Convoy dropped the original interview, the non-cut interview between Jar and Cindy Bear, and everybody saw that he liked Cindy Bear. There was no, oh my God, Vincent, you're a fucking moron. Take the same thing you said for that woke ass bitch. Jar was embarrassed that he was making a video and that he was losing and that he wasn't going to be freaking Cindy Bear's white knight, okay? He was upset over that. He changed his entire tune because he thought Cindy Bear was going to win this drama. And now look at everybody. Look at all the people that are gone from this drama, who deleted their channels, who don't upload anymore, and look at Jar. He doesn't have the same level of support and viewership that he did previously.
But I doubt that's the case here. And it definitely seems to me the members of
the Cindy Bear Defense Force
tried to get Jar to have ChudLogic review his video and
oh my God, Jar was the one who said he was going to reach out to freaking Chud. You posted the DMs and you read the DMs and you still got this wrong.
Pressed onto him, this sort of thing, because they knew that it would turn out something like that. Not all of them, of course, but at least Kumo, because Jar made the claim that he was waiting for his roommate, who was out of town at the time, Professor Dreadlocks, to get back to look it over before he published it. There's also another element that I think might have caused them to think Jar might have gotten cold feet and pressed this on them.
As you can hear at the end of the full call I had with Cinny, I said that I would be making a new draft in defense of Cinny before I talked to Jack. But yeah, I'm going to be changing my video a lot, and I'm also going to have to reach out to Jack because, you know, for all I know, you're...
Uh-oh, but can't prove that. Still, Kumo uploading...
How do you turn around and go, okay, this person was obviously embarrassed by their video because they hid the video and rewrote it, and yet you just now played a clip of Jar saying he's going to rewrite his video and completely change it in defense of Cindy Bear after talking to her. And when he interviewed her, he gave her the freaking questions that he was going to be asking her so she could prepare her response. Vincent, oh my God, Vincent, you are retarded, you are autistic, you are stupid, you are so many things. Why do you sound so retarded, bro? Oh, like, do you work? Do you have any social skills whatsoever? This is mind-boggling how somebody could be watching all of this shit and this is what you take away.
A draft copy of the video Jar gave to Cinny, which caused Jar to rush the video out, and that's how he got...
No, Jar wanted to be first to the punch. He wanted his video to be out there. The draft got put out there. It didn't force him. Okay, yes, maybe it caused him to do it. Jar could have decided not to put the video out there. I don't know how many times I have to say this. God, Vincent, you retard.
Out on ChudLogic's stream, and after Chud watched it on stream, someone from
the Cindy Bear Defense Force
leaked Jar's DMs with a Cinny to ChudLogic, where Chud made this really weird leap in logic based off of one message.
A leap in logic? Bro, it's not a leap in logic. You didn't read the full DMs, brother. You must not have watched the entire ChudLogic stream, or you did watch the entire ChudLogic stream and you just decided, fuck it.
From Jar.
Okay, dude. Also, I'm going to try and reach out to ChudLogic. Oh, I remember liking his stream. I think with his help, along with the recording.
What do you think Jar meant by I think with his help? What help could ChudLogic have given to this person, to this drama, for everything to go smoothly? Cindy Bear had already come out with a video admitting to grooming. Cindy Bear had already been proven to be a groomer by sending multiple rape comics and multiple not explicit, but multiple sexually charged conversations with a minor. What help do you think that Chud could have given to the Cinebear Defense Squad, to these absolute freaks in an effort for things to go smoothly. What do you think this means? If Chud Logic tears JustARobot's video apart like he did, how would that help things to go smoothly for the Cinebear Defense Squad? Do you just not understand context clues? Do you just not understand the ability? Like, can you not read between the lines? Do you not have the ability to think for yourself? Self-admitted groomer. They send a video to Chud and they're wanting his help for things to go smoothly on their defense video. What do you think that means?
You little fucking bitch! You little wretch!
Yeah, the laughing at the beginning makes me think this is an act of performative anger for the camera. But
you sound slow, which makes me to think that you are slow.
I really haven't watched much of Chud in quite a long time. The problem with Jar, as it was made clear earlier, the dude doesn't understand the appeal of live streams or audience. They generally have a smaller audience, but a much more dedicated one. Also remember Beckett, who claimed...
And I think I actually DM'd Chud and was like, can you push on the Coyote stuff? I'm fascinated.
Beckett also...
So what? He pushed on the Coyote stuff. He asked him to push on it to see and to talk about it. That doesn't mean anything. This isn't some gay op where he's like, hey, can you push this narrative for me, please? I really want. He said, can you push on the Coyote stuff? I'm really interested in this. As in, I'm interested to see what he has to say. Holy crap.
So had this to say about Kumo leaking the Jar video.
Do you know what? I'm going to give a fucking hot take here. Your video was basically done. Kumu disagreed with it. Kumu can be a fucking troll. Like, again, I'm not endorsing it, but also I don't think it's like a cardinal fucking sin.
Which seems absurd to me.
I don't think so either. I don't think it's a cardinal sin either. I mean, he released a video of a dude defending a groomer. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? If it was like somebody's video talking about, like, I don't know, their dead kid or something, and they released it before it was ever done, that's a fucking problem. But if it's a video about a dude defending a groomer, all because he wants sleepy time calls and because he wants to get that person's network, that person's support, that person's subscribers, that's a fucking issue.
This is the same guy, Beckett, who later said this about Kumo in a video.
Child that's going to be abused by its stepfather, this group chat began after one stupid, drunken mistake. Perhaps appropriately, the first message from Kumo is a burning man, which is pretty ironic in hindsight. Once everyone's made their quirky introductions, they get to the business of talking about Cinebear's upcoming video. And a wonderful theme begins to emerge. This group basically constructed Cinebear's defense. Now I have it on testimony.
Yes, and the fact that Vincent keeps on trying to do the whole, oh, I guess they were the defense squad bullshit. No, they literally began scripting Cinebear's defense without her even having to be there. You can even see here, Romantic Goblin, I bring up Jack, had you wait to upload your video until upload this. You have, these are the bullet points I have so far. Anything you think I should add or change. This is just to make sure I cover everything I need to. It helps me. Like, this is Cinebear. They're talking about how they can turn around and make things better for Cinebear. Here we have when we were in Seattle, I was playing with his boobs, just kind of bouncing them while we were waiting for his aunt to pull up directions to a restaurant. And I asked if he was okay with me doing it because I had never done it in public before. He said he was fine, so I kept doing it. This was like 2 days before he found out what I did to Enno. What I did to Enno. This was 2 days before he found out what I did to Enno. This is her literally talking about this. Suddenly, I'm a predator now. This is what I have to do for the intro. Forgive me if it sounds dramatic. Like, dude, it's all evidence that they were trying to gaslight the audience, that Cinebear wasn't actually a fucking grooming piece of shit.
That quite a lot of things happen in calls, so we're only really getting a snapshot of the wider picture. But one thing I can confirm is that the idea that Kumu was trying to pull Cindy away from this group to make—
And even look at it right here, right? It says, this is what I have to do for the intro. Forgive me if it sounds dramatic. I feel you could rephrase this as well to make it clear that it was a false confession you made under duress because, in my opinion, you sounded like you were desperate to keep things together. A false confession? You were sending rape comics to a 14-year-old, 14, 15, whatever the fuck they were. It's not a false confession. You're a fucking grooming freak.
maintain some kind of control over the narrative does have legs, if for no other reason than the competing ideas and opinions within this group chat. Kumu's involvement in this group chat is actually kind of limited, at least for driving the narrative. Now, there is a good reason for this. It's because Kumu pulled Cinebear into direct DMs so he could have those conversations privately. And now we hit point 1 of ACC gay-opping drama.
Yep.
No one trusts any of the other people they're conducting a gay-op.
And here, okay, so this is Cinebear right here. There's a comic I made when I was 16 of Jack raping me, but that's the only example I have of drawing real people. All other art is fictional characters. But at the same time, she was sending the porn to other underage motherfucking people.
With. This is basically exactly what Jar tried to do.
So how exactly did Jar try to do this, Beckett? Any proof of that? Or are you just throwing that in? Or
yes, there's proof because he himself said that he was redoing his Cinebear video to defend her. Like oh my God, dude, you must not have seen everything. There's video evidence of Jar reading both of the freaking PDF files, reading both of the freaking Cinebear allegation files, and completely disregarding everything that was in there and downplaying it, pretending like, oh, who has the time to read all of these? That's one of the reasons, that's one of the biggest things that people hit on. He pretended like there was nothing to watch or nothing to read in those PDFs, and yet all the evidence was there.
for no reason, or more likely, for your sort of narrative that you built up Kumo before he totally spazzed out and you had to do the video, I guess. I don't.
Okay, I agree with this. Beckett took the L. We're moving on. Beckett propped up Kumo. It turns out Kumo's a freaking retard. He's a weetard. Beckett took the L. That's done and over with.
I don't even know why he followed up with that. Or is Beckett really that dumb that he didn't realize in all likelihood that this
the Cinebear Defense Force
was also trying to gay up Jar? What?
How? What evidence do you have that they were trying to gay up Jar? What evidence do you have that he was so influenced by these people maliciously that made him decide to change his video?
Why Occam's razor shouldn't be applied every time.
Okay, Occam's razor should be applied, right? Okay, Occam's razor means that the simplest answer is oftentimes the correct one. Jar made a video going against Cinebear. Jar saw the Cinebear Defense Squad, quote unquote, winning debates against people. Jar changes his video. Well, Occam's razor tells you that if Jar's seeing people he believes is winning against Cinebear haters and changes his video to be pro Cinebear, that tells you he wants to be what he believed would be the winning side. Occam's razor tells you that.
I really think it applies here. They say hindsight's 20/20. If that's the case, I think Beckett needs a new pair of glasses, cause there's just so much other bullshit on this Beckett stream titled Copecast JustARobot Saves Cine with Kumo.
I hate your voice. I hate what your idea of comedy is. I hate you. No, I don't hate you. I don't care enough about you to hate you, but you're fucking retarded.
That seems to be in the aim of convincing the audience that Jar is a sexual predator of some type. At least that seems to be where the rhetoric takes certain people. That Jar had a thing for Cine, and that's why he defended her. But when it actually comes to actual evidence of that,
what Jar's done, it's pretty fucking similar, to be honest. He got he really did get overly close to the story.
I'm editing this down for time, but including timestamps and links to the stream. Okay, but why are you only going after Beckett's stuff? Why aren't you using Jar's own video? Why aren't you using examples from the freaking interview between Jar and Cinebear that very obviously show and can allude to him having a thing with Cinebear? Why don't you show the DMs between him and freaking Cinebear? If you're interviewing somebody who has these claims against them, why are you asking for why are you asking for sleepy time calls? Why are you talking to them more outside of the drama itself? Why are you getting into a relation? Why are you creating a friendship with this person? Hello? It's like Occam's razor, like you said. The dude was trying to talk to this person over and over, day in and day out, when he was supposed to be a non-biased party
to the person, and then just ran hard defense.
Yeah, hold on. Thuman asked a very big question. I imagine you don't want to pass this one up.
Sure. Didn't you say that Jar is a creep to most women he talks to, Kumo? Now, before you answer this, I also... So, FPS Diesel played a clip on Chud's stream. I know that clip. I am well aware of the person that is being talked about in that situation, but Jar essentially is overly flirtatious with pretty much everyone he interacts with, by his claim. I have only seen him interact with women, and it seems very weird. What I'll say to you with this is, can we see some, have we got evidence of this? Have we got receipts from this?
Yes, I'd have to dig for them. Again, the Jar video was not meant to, I actually wasn't planning on talking about Jar so soon. The way he, stuck his nose in this, it felt like a fucking... It felt like a CW show with, all the drama and all the names fucking coming in and sticking their nose in things and complicating shit. So I'd have to go back and dig. Fucking Laka, for example, actually reached out to me and told me she has contact, or that he has contact with Harsh Opinions. So I'll definitely pursue that tale and ask about that more in depth, because as far as that goes, the relationship rumors, I think I clarified those are just rumors.
Yeah, there isn't a lot. Also,
there is a lot. Again, you're completely negating Jar's own words when he stated that he can't have normal jobs because of the way he talks to women. This is Jar's own words, and you aren't. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're literally just Jar Jr. You're just Jar Jr. That's it. That's all you are. You're making a video defending this dude, leaving out all the things he did wrong.
So after that stream, Kumo goes on to talk to Cine with a rather outrageous claim about Jar.
Yes, and I agree with this. This is completely retarded and outrageous, and Kumo 100% was trying to control the narrative when he said that Jar could have raped Cine and probably was wanting to. I agree, but just because Kumo's a fucking idiot doesn't mean Jar's accountability and culpability to everything he did is just magically washed away.
You're freaking out that I was undermining Jar, and this I did, honestly, in hindsight, I shouldn't have. I should have just let you go down that path. But you're freaking out that I tried to undermine Jar in your best interest. I knew how this guy was. I warned you how he was. I told you what position you were in, and I was very conscious and scared on your behalf because of what position you're in. Jar could have raped you, and that's probably what he was trying to, that was probably his dream, his end goal.
And here's the thing. Everyone who covered this said Kumo was retarded. Everybody who's worth their salt in the commentary community denounced that thought process. They denounced Kumo's interpretation of Jar's intentions. So this isn't even worth showing because nobody who covered this actually believed it. Nobody worth their salt actually believed this freaking narrative that Kumo was trying to paste. So what does it matter?
I think that's the simplest way to explain why people believe Jar is a sex pest at the very best.
Oh my god. No, it's because of his DMs. It's because of all the shit that got leaked. It's because of him constantly trying to get a chick in his hotel room at VidCon.
With the messages you sent to Mali, you understand that those come across in quite... I mean, I know we're not saying flirtatious as a jokey side to it, but I mean, you did say, well, if you don't want to meet up or VC, you could just we could meet for drinks and come to my hotel room.
And then I said lol JK or something.
Sure, but that's still a very aggressively sexual thing to say, right?
Yes, I realize that. I know I need to stop this. I've been given warnings about it. It's just now finally catching up to me. I've actually lost jobs because of this, making jokes like this. Sometime and after a while, I started avoiding female coworkers, and then I started avoiding coworkers altogether.
You absolute dunce.
Kumo's insane conspiracy level theory about Jar's sexual antics at the very worst. There's a middle ground between those two that most people would be led to the conclusion, but there's a middle ground between those sort of ideas that I still think is very off. So why is Jar still getting shit for trying to make a video defending someone who might be a groomer or
not might be, is. Apparently you didn't read the freaking the PDFs either.
Or might not? Maybe he didn't do a great job as a defense attorney for
a great job. A great job. He completely negated all the information that was out there, swept everything under the rug, and downplayed the grooming. What do you mean he didn't do a great job? No. Not doing a great job is misinterpreting certain things. Not doing a great job is if, you go to the store, you ask for the freaking 20-piece McNuggets and you get 18. Not the greatest job. You missed a little bit. It is what it is. It's like going to McDonald's asking for a 20-piece McNugget and they give you a Big Mac. You fucked up completely. You completely fucked it up. Like, Vincent. Listen, Jar Jr., you're fucking retarded.
Their matter here. Maybe that's why Kumo was trying to get him out of the picture. Who the hell knows? I'm also curious why almost 9 months later, for a video that wasn't even on his channel for 48 hours, why Jar is really getting some of these comments.
The only reason it wasn't on it was deleted within 2 days is because of the amount of shit he got. It has nothing to do with, he put it up, realized he was wrong, and then deleted it. He put it up, realized that he was wrong because of all the bullshit he was doing, realized that people saw through his freaking facade, saw through his Cine Bear defense video, saw through all of it. It was a shit video, and he took it down only after he got in call with Chud. If I'm not mistaken, he actually privated the video while on Chud's stream. He took it down because he got exposed, and then that made the ripple effect, and all the more exposés came out about him. All the DMs got leaked, the original call got leaked, other calls from the Cine Bear Defense Squad got leaked, and their DMs got leaked. Like, bro.
Deal.
Well, and you know what's funny is that I'm pretty sure neither Kumo nor Romantic Goblin or JustARobot is the one who leaked those DMs, which only leaves one other fucking person, Cine Bear.
I know most of it, the telephone effect, people milking this down the line without understanding where all this insanity came from and just assuming.
You, sir, do not have the right to say that people were milking this and not understanding where it came from. You, of all people, should not be saying this.
It's all true. It's not like Jar doubled down on it. The dude didn't.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He did double down on it. What do you mean?
Double down. And on a related note, but sort of side note, do people actually believe the Chud is fair meme? Because he's not.
My God.
Chud Logic is a drama streamer. He would tell you that himself. The same of Beckett of...
Just because you're a drama streamer doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. There's more two-faced people in the IRL streaming, the gaming streaming, the Smash Bros, the Minecraft. There's all of those freaks out there. Just because you're a drama streamer or a drama tuber doesn't mean that you're not fair. Chud can be fair. I mean, look at all of the people who are within the drama sphere. Can they, do they circle the wagons at time? Yeah, absolutely. Of course, people are going to be, go after their best interest. But a better, representation of somebody who's not fair would have been like fucking Mudahar.
Cope and Seed. Both of them don't just actually report on the drama, but they have to, create it in a certain way. When nothing big's going on, you gotta feed the audience. And I have a couple theories of how this sort of went down that I briefly went into at the end of my last video that I don't want to bring over to this video, but might bring up on a stream very soon. The same can be said of Jar. Talking to him, he has his own set of theories, which he could reveal, but probably would be useless for him to do so. Even though I think they have some merit to them, and I'm not going to reveal them here. Because even if he's correct with his guess, I don't think he's seen the big picture.
Neither of you are seeing the big picture. Jar wants this to be all behind him. He fucked up. You're retarded. You're a small content creator, and you want to ride the coattails of somebody's redemption arc. It's not happening. JustARobot is never going to have any sort of redemption arc. He's an idiot. He's a joke. And you, at such a low subscriber count, have become one as well.
But these people really just want to make content, and pushing someone into the zone where you can do this with them is something that they seem to be good at. Because let's say Jar did another response, this would just reunite all this crap that just give those who exist in these little gated communities more Jartin. That's not my word for it. That's theirs.
I've seen some harsh comments, about myself and my coverage, and I don't think they understand that none of us care.
Yes, none of us care about your mean comments. We love them. We do not care. I don't. When people put hate comments in the video, I'm like, ooh, let me just go talk to this person real quick, spend some time, have a couple of laughs. That's how you're supposed to be as a content creator, not giving a shit what people want to say, especially if it's negative or out their ass. Who gives a fuck? But you're over here trying to say that this was blown out of proportion in an effort to cause more, some sort of entertainment value out of it. No, you didn't watch everything. You don't know everything. You don't even know the basics of why this is a problem.
They don't care. They want to find.
We don't care about comments. We don't care about negative comments. That's literally what he said. For the people who are saying negative things, I don't care. Oh my God, Vincent, you are disabled. You are like disablingly autistic.
More people like Jar so they can create their content. Hell, this reminds me a lot of fucking Lily Ortrick. Someone that a lot of people have been milking for content recently. I could agree her media takes are rather god-awful, but I think it's more her sexual deviance and possible crimes. Allegedly, I can't prove it, so let me put that here, but it seems pretty solid to me. And by solid, I mean what information I know, which could be complete bullshit, but probably not. But does that really matter? When in doubt, they'll just... You pluck someone from that person's fan base or supporter of some type to sort of prove how much of a spurg that content creator, because their fan is, or their friend or associate. Guilt by association is what I'm pretty much saying, to judge these people. And in some cases, it might apply, but most of the time, who the hell knows? They form these little communities and just...
Dude, guilt by association is gay. I hate that shit. It's retarded. Unless it's like a legitimate thing. If somebody comes out and admits that they are a groomer, I am definitely going to look at you fucking sideways if you continue to be friends with that person. If there's major allegations with substantial proof of someone being a PDF or like a wife beater or something like that, and you decide, hey, I'm going to stick with this person and hang out with this person, there's an issue. There's an issue. I'm going to look at you sideways just the way everyone else should look at you sideways.
Just to back each other up, it seems like, unless it's too hot, then they might backstab each other like Beckett sort of did with Kumo here. But Kumo gave Beckett
God. Beckett didn't backstab Kumo. He realized that he was wrong about him. That's it.
Choice in the matter, of course. And instead of actually having anything grand or substance to say, hell, lolcow content, it's for some, and I can understand it. but try to turn people into lolcows who definitely on the borderline.
Kumo and Jar do not need help being turned into lolcows. They are lolcows.
Is questionable. And a lot of these streamers are practically puppet to their chatters. Yeah, that varies streamer to streamer and depends on who the chatter is most of the time. But at the end of the day, this is its own sort of content farm. But what they're farming is a little bit different than what someone like Illuminati or other people like that. See H Bomber Guy's video, even though I don't totally like.
What? What are you even going on about? Illuminati? What?
Streamer to streamer and depends on who the chatter is most of the time. But at the end of the day, this is its own sort of content farm. But what they're farming is a little bit different than what someone like Illuminati or other people like that. See H Bomber Guy's video, even though I don't totally like H Bomber Guy, he was sort of on point with that for reference to that. And I think there's more. Stop.
What are you even talking about? Okay, content farming is like, okay, you're milking this thing, you're farming the content, farming the views. Illuminati didn't content farm. While she stole and was plagiarizing a bunch of different videos and putting it out there, and then was a complete piece of shit behind the scenes. That was the whole Illuminati conflict. That was the whole Illuminati thing. She wasn't paying people, she was a piece of shit, she was stealing videos, or she was copyrighting, or not copywriting, my god. She was taking things, not putting in the sources, acting like they were her own video. Like, what the fuck? Like, this has nothing to do with anything.
Tiles with this sort of a networking going on, which understandable given the rise in popularity and usage of a social media like YouTube in this day and age. With that said, I'm done.
Yeah, you are. You are so done. Oh my god. All right. The good thing about this is most of the people who watch this, it has 2.1 thousand views right now. Most of the people who watch this did not agree. Let's go start by newest. The 19 likes on this, you all are retarded. I'm just being honest. Yeah, okay. This video is garbage. Whoever defends JustARobot is an idiot. Absolutely. Jar found someone dumb enough to believe for his BS victim complex. Just show Jar hasn't changed when he wants to get revenge on people who wronged him. This is the worst video ever. You have awful taste in video games. Your vocals are dreadful to listen to. You speak like Dr. Porras. Oh my god. Homie, you just did the same thing Jar did. Spread misinformation without research and then get shit in for it. Exactly. What misinformation did I spread? I thought I'll see if you can answer this. Oh my god. Jar said he got an essay fetish from Berserk once. Yes, he did. You know, a video is complete dog shit if the video has a higher comment ratio over the likes on the video. Nice appeal to popularity fallacy there. Nice appeal to Congratulations. Not only did you defend him by purposefully avoiding all the clear-cut evidence against him, but now you've put him in any even worse position, in an even worse position now that he was before. Buddy, you were you born and raised in stupid? Born and raised. Y'all need to learn how to freaking type. Holy shit. I hate how people are making out, I don't know, mustache twirling villain, creep, sex pest. It seems to me that Jar clearly has no one in his life to teach him social skill. Okay, you're an absolute fucking loser. You're an absolute fucking loser. Vincent Martin, you're retarded, and I wish you nothing but issues in life. Yeah. You're fucking stupid. You completely negate all of his own mistakes, all of his own choices. You take complete autonomy away from him and basically just go, oh, these people decided to gay up a grown-ass man who can think for himself. Fucking Jesus Christ. There is a video, a live stream Vincent did where he was debating with, I believe it was Beckett, but yeah, we'll probably end up checking that out. Anyways, until next time, fucking Kmplxity. Vincent Martin is Jar Jr. Don't groom kids. And if you need to remind yourself to not groom kids, just jump in the wood chipper. All right, I'm out. Fucking hell.
From zero to hero we rise